In this chapter, we're going to learn how the brain reads. This is very important information that's going to help you speed up tremendously in a very short time from now. So why do we read so slowly? Why is reading the road at 70 miles an hour, which is the speed limit where I live on the highway, easier than reading a book at 200 words per minute, the average reading speed? When we drive, we think in 4 directions: front, back, left, right. And we have to watch the road and watch the gauges and look for signs and follow directions. And we're so bored that we listen to the radio, talk to passengers, talk on the cell phone. Sound like you? Reading's only one direction, but driving a car and talking on the cell phone is easier. Why? An answer to that question holds the secret to super fast reading. You need to understand the brain and how it processes text. We start by reading words one letter at a time. D-O-G. Now, where I grew up in Brooklyn, we pronounce this word correctly. It's dog. I live in Dallas and they call it a dog. But whether it's a dog or a dog, something interesting's happened. We started by reading words one letter at a time, D-O-G. And then something amazing happened. Our brain didn't see letters, it saw the word dog. Or we could see the word hot as 3 letters, H-O-T. But put the word hot in front of the word dog, and it's neither hot nor a dog, unless we use a literal translation. So we went from reading letters to reading groups of letters, it's called words, to seeing groups of words like hot dog. Or how about United States of America? That's 4 words. You don't say it's too big, my head's going to explode. Instead, we see it as a group of words, as one image. Like when we're in a car and we're reading signs. We only have time to take a quick snapshot. Yet we seem to read and remember what the signs say, even at high speed. How's that possible? When we're in a car, we see everything as a movie. In a book, we read one word at a time. And actually, we don't really read. When we read, there's something in our head talking to us. And if we could look inside our head, there's an imaginary little person in the back of our brain. And when we read, this little person looks through our eyes to see the book and reads it aloud to us in the back of our head, one word at a time. So our reading speed's often limited to how fast the imaginary person can read aloud one word at a time. So we're using our eyes to hear what we're reading, and that's what slows us down. Our strategy's simple. We train the imaginary little person to watch the movie in the book and only speak up on important stuff like who, what, where, when, why, and how. Now this little person's going to resist the change, but you could teach them to like this by playing the movie faster than they could speak. And we're going to teach you how to do this, and it's going to be super easy to learn to read faster with great comprehension. In the next chapter, we're going to learn about schema.